Hey, I'm Lieutenant Hans. Basically what I wanted to go over today with you was basic operations and fundamentals of the CZ pistol. As you guys know, those are fixing to be in our midst here very shortly. So I wanted to make sure each and every one of you guys had a good working knowledge of what the pistol was about and how to operate and feel very comfortable with the pistol. So we're going to dive right into it. Let's go. Hey, good morning guys and gals. What we're going to do today is we're going to go over the CZ Scorpion platform. This weapon system may be foreign to some, and again, it may not be to others. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work from the back of the weapon to the front of the weapon, and then I'm going to flip it so that way everybody understands exactly what they're going to get when the CZ pistols arrive. I would like to have the SB stock on here, but unfortunately the one that I have does not. So other than the SB stock, this weapon system is going to be identical to the ones that you guys are going to get. Okay, going from the handle of the weapon, this is the handle, the trigger, this is the magazine release, and it operates simply by pushing it in like so. This is how you would eject a magazine. This is your fire control. The white button is for safe. The red is for fire. Your ejection port, one of your sling adapters, your pick rail on the side, your hand guard that literally stops your hand from going in front of the flash device, flipping the weapon over. Okay, again, you have the handle, fire control system, your bolt release on this side, slide release here, and again your hand stop and pick rail, and there's a pick rail underneath. The sight system is set up on a Picatinny rail type system. Should these get damaged or whatever, you can actually go on CZ and purchase these. Basic weapon operation, it's on safe, it's on fire. It's just a matter of just clicking this knob up or back. Okay, it is ambidextrous, as well as the mag release is ambidextrous. The charging handle is also ambidextrous. You can notice on this side, you can fit it in on this side as well. So this weapon system, as it sets up right now, is both good for righties and lefties. When you look at the sights of the gun, you're going to have some aperture type sights that you can select, the end user can select, simply by rotating the thumb to whatever desired picture that you want. The front sight is kind of set up like a M4 post to move it up or down. So a lot of these, there's going to be a lot of similar familiarity with the M4 type system and the MP5 type system. When you get the gun, this is your flash hinderer here. All you do is simply rotate it off by turning it. And what you're going to see here is your thread protector. Okay, this is what needs to be taken off before you start shooting. If you decide to leave it on there, whether you put Loctite red or blue, it's really not going to matter, because over time what's going to happen is the possibility for this to come loose. If it comes loose, it's literally going to rattle around inside this piece here, and the problematic issue arises when a round comes off. It could hit this, possibly damage the weapon and or the shooter. So my suggestion is take it off, put your flash device back on simply by rotating it this way until you hear it lock. And there's your detent piece to know that it's locked in. It's going to sit flush in the gap. Real simple to load this weapon up. It is just a matter of pushing down on the mags just like so. You don't have to slide them in. You just press down. These are dummy rounds. I just want to show everyone what it would look like. Okay, to seat the magazine in the weapon. You hear the click. To remove the magazine, simply press down. I call these duck bills. It's just what I call them, duck bill, and remove your magazine. Okay, again, push your magazine in there, give it a good firm tap. To eject the magazine, press down on the duck bill and remove the magazine. Now, moving forward, I've loaded the magazine. Okay, all I'm simply going to do to charge the weapon is slap it down. Okay, I didn't ride it home, I didn't grab it and hold on to it, just let it go. All right. So there's now a round in the chamber, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock it back, lock the charging handle back, you see in there, and again, load a round. There's now a round loaded in the chamber. Again, loading the weapon, make sure the magazine is fully seated in there. When you guys are shooting this platform, I know it's a habit, sometimes people like to have their hand back here close to the magazine. You can see when I do that, I actually literally move the magazine and I move the rounds in here. Grab it up here. Try and keep your hand up here as best you can. Even back here is fine, but keep your hand off the magazine. All right, clear the weapon here. So I'm clearing it now. A lot of times, again, this is the ejection port, but if you have a malfunction and you want to clear it, remember one of the biggest parts, if not the biggest part on the gun, is the magazine well. Let gravity do its work for you. So if you take the magazine out, you're taking it out, and you have a round that's caught up in there, just shake it and let gravity do its work for you. And obviously, if you can get it out through the biggest hole, that's where you want to go. All right, guys, just want to go over what's going to happen on range day. We're going to get out there in the range, we're going to get you behind these weapon systems, and we're going to put fire down range. So when that happens, we're shooting this magazine, boom, 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 last round, bolt holds open, I need to put a new mag in, all right, but what's going to happen? I want everyone to look at your charging handle here on this weapon system. It is just, it can move all about. It's not in the condition that it was when we originally charged the weapon. Okay, so I'm going to put a new magazine in. So my new magazine goes in. All right, and right here it's only on one side, but right here on the side of the charging handle for right-handed shooters is your slide release. There's only one direction that this goes, and it goes down. You can tell by the ridges on the slide release. You just pull it down. So it's just a matter of just pulling it down. So when you're ready to put your magazine in and get back into the fight, all you're going to do is just pull down. You load another round. Now we're back in the fight. Okay, so boom, again, magazine runs empty. All right, that's what it's going to look like. I'm going to flip it over here, take this magazine out, put another one in. This is where my thumb naturally is going to come anyway. Okay, now I'm back in the fight. It is that simple. All right, disassembly of the weapon is pretty simple. Keep the weapon on fire. Make sure you take the charging handle back and put it in its spot here so your bolt is locked back. You're going to see this pin right here on top. And I'm going to flip it over the other side so you can see the top half of the pin. There's the pin. This is really what holds the lower and the upper together. So all you're going to do is push on that pin with your finger. It is a captive pin, so you're not going to lose it, and you just pull it right out. When you're pulling it out, I grab right here at the magazine well. This is where I usually grab it, just like so. And what I do is I just pull, and you just pull it right out. Okay? Set that piece to the side. When you're looking down in here, this is your bolt carrier group. It's kind of tricky to work with sometimes. So what I like to do is I like to grab the charging handle and just kind of have it back just a little bit, and I'll use my left hand And what I'll do is I'll reach in there and I'll grab this bolt carrier group out. And what you're really trying to do is the reason I grabbed that is you're really trying to release the pressure on this spring, is really what you're trying to do. And you got to watch your fingers, obviously, when you do it. But that is your basic disassembly right there for cleaning. In your kit, you're going to get a bore snake to clean the barrel and everything out here. It's really pretty simplistic to clean and to disassemble. Again, this is your lower. This has your fire control group in there, and this is what I was saying earlier about your pin being captive. You won't lose it, so you don't have to worry about it. And it will only go in one way. So we're going to reattach our bolt carrier group to our upper. I just grab it. You want to hold it and get it out of the way, because if you don't, it's going to be hard when you put your bolt group back in, and you're probably going to pinch your fingers. So again, the numbers here are on the side of your bolt carrier group. If you just remember to put them in line with the numbers, the serial numbers on the gun, that'll help out tremendously. So again, you're going to put your spring back, and it's got a little foot on it. That's what you want sitting up against the back of the polymer. And all you're going to do is put it down there. You heard that click. Okay. And now your bolt carrier group is functioning as it should be. All right, so reassemble the lower. Remember, the grip is back here, and we know that the fire controls and the trigger are back that way. And all I'm going to do is simply put it down there, push your pin, function check, and we are good to go. So that's it for assembly and disassembly. All right, in reference to cleaning the firearm, I would follow along with the owner's manual, because they're going to have specific areas that, especially in the bolt carrier group, that have to be cleaned and oiled. How you should take your bore brush, what direction you should take it through your barrel. So please make sure you read your owner's manual on proper maintenance and care of these firearms.